Hello, everyone out there listening to us on YouTube or via the podcast streaming services out there. This is Cyndi Seidelman here once again with another fantastic Gumbocast for you. Coming up on this show, Buzzr's new schedule. Unfortunately, Electric goes on chemo. We have revivals and renewals to talk about. We all have more deaths to talk about. And your Q&A. And joining me in place of Jessica Brand, who is not feeling well again, is the proprietor of game shows, I suppose, Jordan Haas.
Hey, thanks again for having me. I really hope the listeners don't think I'm pushing Jessica away.
No, it's just that she's had some problems with various things, some personal issues, and she's just doggone tired.
And plus, we're now getting into the sick weather, so get well soon, Jessica.
Yep. Because I like talking strategery with her when it comes to pricing games, and we're going to do that in a couple of weeks' time when she comes back.
Okay, so first of all, remember, 10 chances, it's the 0 at the end.
No, not always.
0. The cliffhangers increases in value.
And always bid more than $1,000 when a knife set is being offered as a one-bid item. It reminds me when I went to see The Price is Right last year. There was this set of Wusthof knives, German knives, and a nice butcher block cart.
All right, I think I know the value.
How much?
$1,187.
It was more $1,500-$1,600, but you're in the ballpark. You certainly did better than the people who were in the audience that day. I mean, in Contestants Row that day.
But you should point out to the listeners, if you've never been to Los Angeles, please go to a taping. The Price is Right. Even if you don't want to be a contestant, because it is still the happiest place you can ever go in the world of game shows. Or pretty much in Los Angeles, that energy is just vibrant.
Chico Alexander, Jason Block, who are friends of the site, they agree, especially Let's Make a Deal.
Oh, Let's Make a Deal is a whole nother situation. I say if Price is Right, everyone's joyous, and that energy's in the room that everyone can win. Hooray, hooray. Let's Make a Deal's scenes is the stakes are actually in the room. So when someone gets zonked, it's not just that contestant. The audience feels like they got zonked too.
Really? Is that how it goes? Because you've probably been to a taping or two.
It is, first of all, there's a lot more dancing. There's a lot more improv. Jonathan also kind of serves a bit as a warm-up guy as well. Unless there is, of course, hey, we need to do this. Then you just have piped in music. But when there is a zonk, you don't just hear ha ha ha, you screw you, you got zonked. No, you hear it's a inflatable sofa, and then you hear the audience go, oh, because you've already had that setup, that buildup of who are you? I'm a second grade teacher. $2,000 is a lot of books for your classroom, or you can go for curtain 2. I think there's a car behind curtain 2. I'm going for curtain 2, and then it's the zonk.
It's a couch car.
Oh, yeah. Suddenly the audience is oh. Especially when it's one of those games that you're one away from the car. Do you want to go for it? And that's when you get that Price is Right style energy of go for it. No, stop.
Yeah, you see that a lot on Accelerator.
But I would say the biggest part when you hear the most energy is at the beginning of the show and at the big deal. Both at the picking who plays the big deal and the big deal selection itself.
I would like to go back to Los Angeles and go to a taping of Let's Make a Deal. However, here's the thing about Let's Make a Deal, and it's different from The Price is Right. Let's Make a Deal tapes constantly.
Yes.
They tape straight for 2-3 months and that's it.
Correct.
Whereas Price is Right, they'll tape 2-2-2 2 on set, 2 on Monday, 2 on Tuesday, 2 on Wednesday. That's it. However, I'm hearing that that's currently being toyed. I think they're back to doing 222 because I know at the end of last year they were doing either 223 or 333.
So what they're thinking of right now is, and this is weird, 2-2 on weekdays, 3-3 weekends. So Saturday, Sunday is 3 episodes. So they get their full 10 episodes per week. But at the same time, I think that is pushing a lot of PAs and the showrunners and just the art department just to get everything together. And while it is a well-oiled machine, to assemble all the prizes and all the slots at the same time, because that's how you create the show, it is, I think, creating a strain on the show that they might just take a break and just go back to 222, with that second tape day being a special week, like the Halloween episode or the Mother's Day episode or Salute to the Troops.
Or College Rivalry Day.
No, we're not doing college. Please don't do College Rivalry.
Yeah, they're doing it.
No, they didn't. Oh. I mean, it was a good attempt, but just do Kids Week. Kids Week was fun.
As long as you don't do kids under the age of 11.
Oh, I was going to say 10, 11, 12. Like, that age range is perfect, because it's like, here's a giant gumball machine in an arcade cabinet. They'll be excited.
I was gonna. I think 10 is the cutoff because I don't want to see preschoolers.
Unless you have the mom playing with the kid.
No, it was just like it kind of felt like exploitation to me.
Oh, it did. Absolutely. But I think
Monday and Tuesday shows felt like exploitation because those were elementary school kids and preschoolers. That's too young.
But then again, Evelyn is. Hey, this week was the start of Price is Right and Let's Make a Deal. Evelyn's first week of shows debuted, and I will say it's been a really fun premiere week.
Yeah, they changed up a lot of things. They changed up the graphics package,
which I love. I love the price down.
Mm-hmm.
They also changed up. They have a bonus prize this week where the first win gets a bonus prize.
Yep. They also have a new version of Side by Side.
Which thankfully they changed the I thank you so much.
Is it just me, or did the background of Side by Side look like they just took a Sawzall to the old Family Feud 94 set?
I think so. They wanted something besides just the bathroom tile. It reminds me more of the because it used to be that old Double Dare tile with the side by side. Now it kind of feels like a clear LED, almost. You know what? Besides saying like the 94 feud, it almost reminds me of they just like grabbed the big piece of the Double Dare set and just said, "Here, we're using this now." No one else is using it, but you know it looks very nice, and I enjoy it. It is one of my favorite AV games on the show.
And then Let's Make a Deal had their Triptastic,
which is fine. It's a super deal. It's a super deal.
It reminds me of the mega deal that they had last year. Remember they would get like a golden ticket for the mega deal on Friday?
Yes. And they also had a few surprises that episode too, which I always love when it's a premiere week. They feel like they can just get away with a lot more shock and awe. So like have a random car in one of the curtains that doesn't feel like it was going to ever show up or pop up. That was fun.
And one episode, I believe, was a Monty Hall tribute.
The Monty Hall tribute. I don't know if they did the Monty Hall, my favorite Monty Hall game. There's a car in all the curtains, and Monty just talks them out of every curtain. Because that is how you know he's a pro at the game.
Yep. It happened twice, by the way.
Yes, but that's the fun part. Like, because then that's that underestimate. Like, there's one car over there, a second car has it there. Is there a third car there? I don't know. You could get $1,000 and walk away. We could put a Zonk car there. And then, like, there was that second chance where it was just, I assure you, there's a car behind there. No, really, there's a car. There's a car. It's in not curtain 2. It's a car. And then the contestant's like, yeah, but it could be a Zonk car. It could be, but it's
so
a car.
I'm gonna take my $800.
Okay, well, let's see what's buying car number 2. It's a BMW. Oh. Yeah, the
This is like
Triptastic.
going back to 74 when that one happened.
So the Triptastic is there's 3 golden tickets per episode. Unless you play the big deal, then you have to give up that ticket.
Yep. And on today's episode, that actually came into play.
Which I think adds a nice like addition to the show. You're not just giving up like your TVs. You're giving up a chance at 3 guaranteed trips. But sometimes, does that outweigh the big deal of the day? Who knows?
It does, because the trip, and it always does, because the trips together are worth over $30,000.
And by the way, the trips are kind of like a 5-day here, a 5-day here, and like 15 days worth of trips.
Yep.
And it's not like it's usually one European country, one Asian country, and then a South American country or Caribbean area.
Yep.
So it really is supposed to be like a trip around the world.
Yeah.
And let's see what else was featured that we kind of can bring up, because I mean we are recording this on the Wednesday. So
we got the return of one of my favorite moments from last year's premiere week. Zonkaroo.
Who doesn't love the Zonkaroo?
When I saw the egg hatch and what happened to him, I can only think of one thing seeing his debut.
The gobbledygooka!
No. With what happened afterwards.
Oh, the Shock Master, because he really shocks the world?
It was the Shockmaster, because once he jumped out of the egg, he like almost tore both of his quads.
But the good thing is, whoever was the guy behind the Zonkaroo costume, he didn't lose his hat, so he's good.
It would have been hilarious if... Well, like the Shockmaster, and what I'll quote British Bulldog, he fell on his ass. He fell on his ass.
I mean, I'm more of a Team Zertle the Turtle myself, but... What's your favorite Let's Make a Deal song character? Let us know in the comments.
Yes. Yeah. Zertle the Turtle is amazing.
Zonky the Donkey, I feel, is like the Mario. It's the default you go with.
Or Dancing Pants. That is the best one. Dancing Pants.
You can't have a sad face with Dancing Pants.
Nope. And how long has that Zonk been going on for?
Season 7 or 8. Like that was the second to last Zonk character.
Okay.
So game shows have been looking up. 25 words or less made its premiere.
Oh yeah, let's talk about 25 words or less, because I am thoroughly enjoying it. Even if some of the people on the show don't know what a mushroom is. By the way, you'll be seeing that clip on Game Show Gumbo.
I like the show. To me, it's like, they could have fixed it here and there, but for the budget they have, the celebrities they have, it's a fun show. I kind of like that reverse auction format. If I can get these 5 in 20 words, 18 words, 16 words, and then when someone says 10 words, ooh.
Look, I saw a couple of word puzzles, and I was like, I could do this in 5.
And then the audience is into it. When you say something that's like in the low, like 12 to less, that audience starts going like, ooh. And I still think I like the new announcer compared to the trial version. This new one I do enjoy. This I forgot who it is. I think he's Irish.
Sounds like Craig Ferguson's half-brother.
Yeah, but it's so funny. It's like, she's from Friends, Lisa Kudrow. And you're like, yes, that's Lisa Kudrow. My favorite one is he's from both Star Wars and Star Trek.
It's Greg Grunfeld!
And you're just like, yay.
Yay.
And I'll still say, I think my issue is I think Meredith needs more banter. I think there needs to be more banter because the only time I really like enjoy Meredith is when they get stuck on a word in one of those in the final round where it's like something difficult.
And she just goes insane. She's like, like she's genuinely worried that instead of $10,000 in cash, they're gonna get like a $4,000 trip.
Oh, I'm so sorry, but don't get too depressed. You won a trip to Phoenix, Arizona.
No, it's not. It's not Phoenix. That was the trial version.
The Grand Canyon adventure.
This one, they actually have decent prices. Like this, one of them was to Panama. An episode I saw this week.
That's actually not that bad of a second place prize. Do you think it's based on however far you get is where you go?
I think it's possible because this guy did get 9.
Because if you get 9, I think that should be a good prize. Versus if you get like 6 or 7, it should be like
the Grand Canyon or maybe San Francisco.
If you get 1, you go to the you get to go to the Best Western down the street in Burbank.
Hey, don't diss the Best Western in Burbank. I stayed at that Best Western.
Hey, hotel accommodations provided by.
And not only that, they have a really nice pool, and the adjacent Denny's is tasty too.
That's the one. That's the one I was referring to.
Yeah, I stayed at that one during my summer vacation last year.
I feel like I'm dissing your summer vacation. But it's like, you're just down the street. How is this a vacation?
Yeah, but I was at the Price is Right on Wednesday, so who cares?
And then you got to the Grove. We got to go to the farmer's market.
I didn't even do that.
Oh, man, you didn't go to the Grove?
No.
It's usually what I see some people do is they park at the Grove, walk over.
Oh, we did. We did park at the Grove, but then we went straight to CBS.
Oh, okay.
We went straight to Television City because we had nothing to do at the Grove.
I mean, you could have went to that Barnes & Noble. You could have heard that Frank Sinatra music play. You could have seen that oversized billboard for the Late Late Show with James Corden.
Didn't see it, actually.
I remember going over there for Taskmaster last time, so that's kind of fun.
Speaking of shows that didn't deserve to die.
I mean, it should have, but I think they should have made it an hour long and made it just the UK format.
And not just a half-hour Comedy Central style show.
Because if you tell those contestants bring in the best hat, I'm sure you would get 5 different hats that would be a lot funny, and it'd be great banter for 3 minutes. Like, that's all you need to do.
Yep, but who produces Comedy Central?
Viacom.
Well, now CBS, so joke's on you.
America's Most Watched Network.
Yep. Also debuting a new season of Feud.
Which I've only seen 1 episode of this new season. I can't really tell it apart from other seasons, other than it feels like they have a better lighting kit in the background. Like, I think they almost pulled something from the Celeb Feud.
It's the same set.
But it's like the same clues. Like, the second round's always the provocative survey.
Mm-hmm.
Round 4 is always the triple, and that's almost winner takes all. And
then the sudden death. And one of the things that I saw, and I'm not putting it on Gumbo, but the Funko Pop vinyls that are out there?
Yes.
Somebody made a Steve Harvey one.
Like, it's not official. It's just a...
Like, they took I want to say the mold of...
it's going to be one
Nick
where there's
Fury.
A card.
They took the Nick Fury mold, melded it with an Alex Trebek mold.
From the looks of things, yes, it is. Wait, no, it's not, because the Trebek mold is both hands on the card.
Same thing with Steve.
This one is just one hand on the card. But yes, I see it right now. Also, look at that little mouth.
Yep. The thing is, it kind of and the stash and the eyebrows. I know where they got them.
Oh no.
The Jake the Snake Roberts one.
You want to play 21?
Well, I got 22. But I actually only have 6 pop vinyls. Like, I got Jake Roberts, $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase, IRS, Razor Ramon, Dr. Wily, and Miss Chalice from Cuphead.
Ooh. Okay, well, I have the Alex Trebek in front of me. I'm trying to remember how many I have lying around. I think I have a CM Punk lying around. Arrow, The Flash, and then like 7 or 8 Robin/Nightwings. So, because that's the only ones I really care about.
We've seen your cosplay.
That's cosplay. That's right, cosplay.
That's this is a PG-rated podcast, so we're not going to go there.
No, it's fun whenever it's like I see a Nightwing question on a game show, because then it's like, okay, so someone's trying to mess with me on this show, or I remember when it was on Funny You Should Ask. I remember when that was on Million Second Quiz, and now recently on Jeopardy Teen Tournament.
Yep. I'm trying to remember. It was season 2 of Funny You Should Ask, right?
Yes.
And I bet you Dollars to Donuts Tim wrote that one.
Did Tim write that for me?
Probably not.
Tim? Tim, I'm gonna go over there and I'm gonna shout at you and then wag my finger until you say that was for me.
While wearing your Nightwing outfit.
Yes.
And hopefully with the belt.
I have. Well, Nightwing doesn't have a belt, and only it's in 3 iterations: 1980s 4 original version, aka the Disco Wing, the 1992 original first edition run of Nightwing, and then the Grayson run of Nightwing.
Which is everything what you have.
Everything else is like a New 52. The utility belts are all through us like a glove, for some reason.
Yep. And your supersonic wingdings. Moving on. Something I want to bring up, because we're having satellite issue company again. Because DirecTV is now feuding with ABC.
If you love your Disney channels, such as Disney Channel, Disney XD, ABC, and ESPN, they might be gone.
Yep. I think negotiations end at the end of the month. So I'm thankful I switched out of DirecTV.
You made a right decision, I think. That's
Yeah, they charged my bill went up to $105.
From Dish or from Dish to DirecTV or just Dish?
No, this was DirecTV. And it's such a hassle when AT&T bought DirecTV. And here's what happened. I got the bill on a Saturday. It was September 14th. I got the bill, and it was $104. I'm thinking, wait a minute. My bill was $59.90 last month. And it was price locked. But now they say, oh no, the basic package, the minimum package, $95 just for the basic package.
What do you get for $95?
You don't get the sports channels for $95.
So ESPN's not included.
No.
To me, I think if you're going base channels, I think it should be like after 13 should be like anything from 4 to like 80 something. And that should be like your ESPN, MTV, VH1, Nickelodeon, Cartoon Network, Food Network, Sci-Fi Channel, Bravo,
and and whatever HGTV.
Yeah, HGTV. Any of the Scripps channels that are like the three basics. Not Cooking Channel. I think that's a premium.
That's a higher level channel.
Um,
Game Show Network is not up there. Access is.
AXS. Wow.
Yeah.
So you guess you get Impact and New Japan and
Yeah,
wow. So you got, and then I could say maybe Buzzr because that's kind of free.
No, Buzzr's not on DirecTV.
Okay. Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's on Dish.
Make the switch today.
And here's what I kind of like about Dish, because their basic package, the bottom package, 190 channels.
190. How much is it?
Right now my bill for 2 years is $72.
Okay, so that's pretty. So that's actually for 2 years at that rate. That's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
I know after 2 years you're probably going to be paying like 120, 130, but they'll double that price until unless you renegotiate. But like that,
I could switch back to DirecTV.
But you got like also, I guess, this hot new channel that if you're a fan of game shows, you've probably heard about.
And not only that, a lot of the DigiNets that are out, and here's why they say 190, because a lot of the DigiNets that are out there, like Laugh and the Justice Network,
Comet, I assume.
Comet, and the Cowboy Channel. And Get TV, MTV, which is Fuse Music.
Do they still have Pants Off Dance Off?
No.
Oh.
I know how much you love Jodie Sweetin, but nope.
But Jodie Sweetin, that was one of my crushes.
Yeah, but you got to see her more in Fuller House, so all is good.
Yes. Yeah, but yeah, like Dish is, I would say also probably has less signal knockouts compared to DirecTV.
Yeah. Not only that, the people at the call centers at Dish, they actually can speak proper English. I don't mean to sound racist or anything.
Are you saying that another rival company outsources their call center jobs to a foreign country because it's much cheaper, when theoretically, for a much more positive customer feedback, it's easier to just have it sourced inside this country?
Yes, and the thing with Dish is they say where they're calling from. Like, the first one was from Dallas, Texas. The other one's from Denver, Colorado. And here's what gets my goat about DirecTV, because when I said I was going to switch over to Dish Network, and I asked them, can you just prorate the bill? I talked to this lady who was canceling my account, and she says, we don't do that anymore because when AT&T bought us out last year, they made us stop it.
So AT&T, the company that owns Warner Brothers, that owns DC Comics, that owns CNN, and the Turner Library. That company?
No, AOL Time Warner does.
What the fine people who made Go 90?
Yeah.
Well, of course, if AT&T did Go 90, how else can they mess up the world of entertainment?
That's true. But yeah, now I have Dish Network, and I get Buzzr, I get all these channels.
Get sports. Point out the sports.
Oh yeah, I get sports. I get ESPN, ESPN2, Access, FS1, NBCSN. I don't think I get CBS Sports.
I don't know what they would have on CBS Sports.
Poker Night in America.
That's still on?
Yeah.
Whoa, I'm missing out. I want some Texas Hold'em. Bring out the Annie Duke.
No, because she helped screw up the whole Full Tilt thing.
Then bring on Phil Hellmuth.
Oh, he plays.
Bring on Geese.
Negreanu?
Yes.
Did you just call Negreanu Nagise?
Yes. I've also got the Goose Game stuck in my head, too.
Yep. Untitled Goose Game.
From House.
Yeah.
Fun game. You go honk honk.
And by the way, the new Contra game sucks.
Uh-oh. Remember the 80s? Remember Contra Code? Remember the game? Remember the Pew Pew and...
Nope. This is more twin chicks shooter garbage.
Oh!
And it made it look like Contra Legacy of War for the PlayStation.
Oh, I hated that game.
Yeah. So, Dish Network gets a big thumbs up for me, although I do wish that their Hopper, I think maybe the Hopper 3 allows more records, but Hopper 1 has like a max of 2 and then a live channel. So I have to tweak my record schedule to where something has to stop on time or a little bit early just so nothing screws up.
And because the guy records some of these for Gumbo, I assume.